Hello, and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Yeah, Bitcoin has hardly moved today. We've had our phenomenal sell-off here yesterday that basically is in line with the wave count. Bitcoin is still holding here this trend channel. Okay, so remember we talked about this descending price channel and that this descending trend line can certainly add to or offer some support. Still looking at this WXY structure, unchanged wave count. The idea is we're now in the Y wave. In the Y wave, we have an A wave, a B wave, and a C wave. So it's basically a corrective wave structure within a wave 2. And zooming in, the idea was that we are now in this C wave. Yeah? And in the C wave, we have a 5-wave move. That 5-wave move is a wave 1. A wave 2, a wave 3 might be finished at any time, at any point, then a wave 4 to the upside and a wave 5 down. What I have changed, or what I have added actually after the last video was this resistance. Already posted it earlier on Telegram and Discord, which is basically standard resistance for wave 4, which means that if we really finish here this wave 3, which we possibly have done, well, nearly have done, I think we could be finished already, but price action doesn't confirm it yet. So I would probably suggest here one more tiny low. Still, I know I'm sorry about that, but at any point I would now expect a wave 4 bounce, but it obviously needs to just happen now. But eventually I'm still looking at lower. Okay, so I also wouldn't rule out that this wave 5 of C of 3 goes a little lower before it finally starts that bounce. Very first and early signal that this bounce in a wave 4 has started would be a break above the last swing high at 25,210. And if we start from here now, resistance is 25,780 to 26,100. If we go a little lower in this wave 5 of C of 3, then this resistance area will also have to be adjusted down a little bit. So not too much price action. I mean, there's just a bit of consolidation after yesterday's strong drop. The drop hopefully didn't surprise anyone because we were waiting for that. And no, some people are panicking, but I have to say again, this entire correction here that we are tracking at the moment, this is not going to finish by just moving sideways. So we need that. We need those red candles to the downside. Okay. Now, still watching now for a possible reaction to the upside in what I believe would be a wave 4, and it should go into that region before then coming down once more in a wave 5. Again, in a market where we have a lot of fear, sometimes we do not get that last low. So I don't want to say that we definitely will get it, but at the moment, everything I can see points towards that. And in terms of targets, ideally, we're looking for something around 24 to 24.5K for this 5th wave eventually. But bear in mind, we're now oversold on various time frames. I'm not entirely sure if the 1 hour is not oversold anymore, but obviously it's still fairly low. The 4 hour still looks very much oversold and shows a bullish divergence. That could trigger a little bit of a rally in that 4th wave. The daily, however, I still would like to get the RSI a little lower, bring it closer to what it was on the 10th of March. If we do that quite quickly, then there is a good chance that price will stay above the 10th of March, yeah, quite considerably. And the RSI is actually at the same level, which is quite bullish. Again, just always need to mention that. Of course, price always needs to confirm it. The indicator is only, yeah, just doing that. It's indicating. Yeah? Price then still needs to turn around. So when I say it's bullish, it has at least some bullish implications. It doesn't mean it will definitely turn around and rally in a 3rd wave. At the moment, we just need to go with the flow. The trend is still down, the short-term trend, and it's currently following nicely our wave count. It has been over the last few weeks. It is very choppy on the way down. We're now at the lower end of this trend channel, nearly oversold on the daily time frame, yeah, and oversold on the 4 hours. So I'm waiting for a bit of a bounce to the upside. Don't be surprised if it happens. But on the other hand, I have no clear evidence that this wave 5 of C of 3 is finished. It could be now, yeah, it could be finished at any time, but I can also not rule out that we get another tiny low because the movement to the upside looks corrective, the movement to the downside looks corrective, so there's no guarantee that this here ended the wave 5 of C of 3. For example, what could be the case is that we had here a small wave 1. This was, let me see, yeah, this was the wave 2, this was the wave 3, and we're still working on the wave 4, maybe even as a triangle, and get one more low in a wave 5 of C. So yeah, I don't want to, you know, that is really micro counting, and just be aware that we need to be flexible with micro counts. But this, what often happens in a wave 4 is, for example, a flat pattern. What is a flat? A flat is, for example, an ABC structure where we had an A wave in 3 waves, a B wave that can overshoot, in this case to the downside, and a C wave, which might go a little higher than the A wave or also lower. That's the problem with flats. But we cannot rule out that the wave 4 is still in the making before getting one more micro low. Before then, the price has a chance to rally in this yellow 4th wave into resistance. So broadly speaking, the situation hasn't changed on the chart. Still eventually looking for one more low. But now obviously we are in the area where finally this 3rd wave is nearly complete. Yeah, and I had a question, I think, about the larger structure. Just realizing I forgot to answer that in the comments. The idea was, are we in a, you know, what is the underlying structure basically? So my primary count suggests that we rallied off the November low in a wave 1. We came down in a wave 2 on the 10th of March. And we're now basically in green wave 3, which is up here. And in the green 3rd wave, we completed a wave 1 in April. And we're moving down in a wave 2 at the moment into support, and would then rally in a wave 3 of 3 next. But it would need to hold 22K to really give us that third of a 3rd wave with a good likelihood. In addition to that, I'm observing a wave count where wave 1 topped actually here in March. And we had an A wave down, an overshooting B wave. And all of this is a C wave to the downside as an ending diagonal. That, however, doesn't make a great difference in the wave count. And in terms of targets and, you know, the situation we're talking about, really. It would, however, reduce down the support area a little bit, to be honest. But yeah, I'm not primarily following that at the moment. But yeah, I hope that clears it all up. Of course, you know, I also had another question, you know, am I not considering that the move up could just be a 3-wave structure ABC? Yes, but it counts actually quite nicely as an impulse, this wave 1, yeah, and this wave 2, and this move up also as an impulse. And it is quite, the structure is quite bullish. We're holding bullish support, but of course I cannot rule out, and I have to say that very clearly, and I always do, that this is just an A wave. This move down was a B wave, because this move down was very short, right? So it could be a B wave, because B waves are among the most flexible waves in Elliott Wave, and this could be a C wave. This is possible, but then again, if we watch the move down, that looks corrective. So if this really was an ABC, then the move down should be impulsive. Now it can become impulsive, but at the moment I don't see it, and as long as we're holding bullish support, I'm focused on the upside. But hey, you always need to be able to change your view in trading and TA. That is a strength, yeah. Because too many people just holding on to their views, which we're not doing. The problem is here that, of course, I consider it, yeah, but it's just not my primary. And of course, I consider it just by identifying and highlighting the relevant bullish support levels. So for example, here below 22K, the idea of a 3rd wave to the upside will reduce in probabilities. So that, you know, but it does make sense to show a bearish wave count if we're holding bullish support from my point of view. But yeah, that's my update about Bitcoin. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure you follow us on Instagram and Twitter. You can find the links in the video description. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.